Thomas here of Les Archery Adventures. Serious testing, successful hunting. Today I'm going to be testing another head by Kayuga, and they're out of Australia. I've tested a number of their heads before. The Gen 2 pilot cut, took some nice animals with that. You can check out the test of that and even those hunts here on my channel. And then a little while ago, earlier this year, I tested their new head called the Trizot, and I tested the 125 grain version. And they have several different ranges, like 100, 125, 150, 175. And with each one, the broadhead gets a little bit longer and has a bigger cut. So previously I tested the 125 grain version. It performed really, really well, got a great score. Today I'm going to be testing the 175 grain version. Okay, this is their bigger one. So for this test, I'm going to be using my regimen for 2024. And for a detailed description of that so you can understand what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, check out this video I posted earlier this year called 2024 Broadhead Test Process. I'm going to be using my Elite Archery Era for most of the shooting, and I'm going to be using this Killer Instinct SWAT X1 crossbow for the flight testing. All right, let's zoom on in here and check out the design features and specifications of this Trizot and then put it to the test. Here's a good look at this broadhead. Spins very well. Got really high tolerances to it. Just a nice work of art looking broadhead right here. So let's go through some of the things. First of all, the materials, it's all steel. It's got a 400 grade martensitic steel ferrule and 400 grade stainless steel blades. The blades are 0.032 inches thick. The cutting diameter on this is 1 3/16 inches, so a little bigger than 1 1/8. As I noted earlier when I tested the 125 grain model, with this broadhead, the heavier they get, the wider the cuts get. So this is a 175 grain model, and thus it has that 1 3/16 inches of cut. The length of the broadhead beyond the end of the ferrule is 1.42 inches. The Rockwell hardness on these blades is 46 to 48, which they find to be the best balance of being hard enough to keep its edge, but also able to be resharpened. It's got a single bevel to it, this blade does, on all the sides. On this side, and this side, got a single bevel to it, just to give it a nice rotation in flight, as well as in the medium itself. In addition, like the original Zot two-blade broadhead, it's got this ferrule that also has a bevel to it, if you will, that increases the rotation. So it increases the rotation in flight as well as in penetrating the medium. So you've got kind of a double-edged sword there to aid in penetration. These blades have a triple lock to them, which I really like. As they insert into the ferrule, they have a little kind of edge to them here, an edge in the middle, and an edge in the front. So they're very secure, and they're held in place by that extra O-ring, and they fit under the tip of this broadhead, of the ferrule in the broadhead. So really nice locking system to them as well. And you notice this tip, it's really nice in the sense that it's on the same grade as this single bevel blade is all the way through, just to aid in penetration. There's nothing extra happening here. It's all sleek and streamlined and designed for extra penetration and extra rotation. And for resharpening here, I would use the Stay Sharp Guide C kit. That would do really well on these blades. Really eager to put this head to the test and see how it performs. The Trizot 175 got the 8 ring. It took 158 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 10 on a 10-point scale, plus it gets a bonus of 0.42 points for being under the threshold of 200. It penetrated 8 3/4 inches, which is a 9.72 on a 10-point scale. It took an additional 11 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 9.78 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 63 layers, which is a 9 on a 10-point scale. Here it is after the 3 shots through the MDF, and it's just in perfect condition. And it's still in very good shape after the 2 shots through the steel plate. The blades just experience a little bit of edge chatter as they pass through the steel. And you can see the holes. They're nice wide holes with that 1 3/16 inch cutting diameter. And you can see the rotation in the blades as well with that single bevel. But they're not like chunks, like triangular chunks. They're like a round hole with those slits coming off of it. But impressive nonetheless. It rotated 45 degrees at 11 3/4 inches, which is a really good rotation in ballistic gel. Here it is after all the durability testing, and man, this head held up extremely well. It did very well into the concrete, even penetrating quite deeply, and it's still in just fantastic shape. So what'd you think? Hey, this is a really good broadhead. I love the smaller 125 grain. This just has a bigger cut, packs a bigger wallop, and it performed really well also. So check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most. See if it might be a good fit for you. But I really appreciate all that you're doing, Kayuga, and I look forward to seeing more stuff in the days ahead. Okay, stay tuned for the overall cumulative score, as well as the corresponding Lusk grade, and stay tuned for a list of all the discount codes that I have for a lot of different broadheads and some other outdoor gear companies. I'm always adding to that list as best I can, including a discount for Kayuga and all their broadheads. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you next time.